Evening everyone, Ragewood here with a little update video, I suppose. For the few of you that do follow me and my small little channel here, you'll notice I haven't posted anything for almost a month. Why is that? Essentially, I still have a full-time job, and it's just life in general has been super busy. You pair that with the huge news that dropped in Dragonair that the American servers and the American market is unfortunately going, and it took a lot of my energy, willingness, excitement from Dragonair, mainly because a lot of my close friends are unfortunately no longer going to be able to play. That's the alliance leader and the people that are in just business. Number one clan in the game. A lot of them are going, which does mean that yours truly here is now the leader of that guild for the time being, at least. As well as, people like Ivy Lee and Odd One, who, especially Ivy Lee, I get on quite well there, I like to think. And yeah, it was just fun hanging out in her streams and things like that. So, and of course, all of that's going. So, but I am still playing the game. I will, I've got next week off work. I've got 2 weddings to attend. One of them I'm giving a speech on, so, squeaky bum time there. But, I will hopefully try and do at least a couple more videos to cover some of the Chief Challenge bosses, which will then be Otherworld bosses to get you 22 million there. So, yeah. Sorry for a little ramble just there. Just a little update. On my life and things like that. But the other point of this video is, talking of Ivy Lee, is she is the community manager of a new game studio called Fateless. Fateless being headed up by Hell Hades, as some of you may know or have heard of him if you're in the raid scene, along with many other people from that sort of early raid days, I suppose, have sort of come to collaborate together to make a game studio and release a new game. Now, for me, someone who's played lots of Hero Collectors and things like that, this is probably the next thing that I'm personally looking forward to. So when they announced sort of the game name, and as you can see, beta sign-ups just up there, it's something that I wanted to watch, but it was the live, I suppose, was released when I was working. So I'm going to watch this sort of together with everyone and give my personal view on the few little things that they're going to show here, or whatever that is, as it were. If it is just literally a name and beta form, then, not much really to talk about, but it's 12 minutes long, so I imagine there'll be something a little bit more than that. Now, this game, I'm hoping they won't close off a US market. I doubt it. If you look into Simon or Hell Hades' background, he started like a company, like a burger van or something when he was in uni, and from there he's gone to various strengths. So he knows what he's doing, and everyone else that has played games, Raid, Watcher of Realms, Dragonair, they know what they do and don't like. So yeah, should be good. So without further ado, let's take a watch, shall we?
Hey guys, this is Simon from Fateless. Oh my god, so much going on right now. Gamescom is literally 2 weeks away, a little bit less. In 2 weeks, we will be in our booth at Gamescom showing off the demo. In this video, I'm going to tell you the name of the game at last. We can share the name of this game, our first game we're producing at Fateless. We're going to be going through some of the stuff we're building right now for Gamescom. I'm going to talk to you about, if for some reason you're in Germany, you're at Gamescom. How can you get involved? How can you come and find us? And I'm going to be showing you some of the updates around the polish in the background for the demo. I'm not going to show you the full demo yet, but damn, the game is literally taking shape, and I can't believe how much progress we've made in the last couple of weeks. Roll the teaser.
Ooh, exciting. So, yeah. If you're going to Gamescom and you're fortunate enough to go meet them, do. That sounds like that's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. So these are obviously some of the characters that are coming out. You know, the samurai. You've got this Valkyrie-looking woman called Brunhild. I think it's called Brunhild. This is Ramses. I suppose, you know, for context, if any of you aren't in their Discord, or you know, you're not following their YouTube and things like that, they're sort of IP, I guess, or you know, they're using gods, legends, myths as their characters. So you know, if you've played Smite, you'll probably see a lot of familiar faces. I'm sure they'll be doing, you know, not just a carbon copy of Smite, for example, and I know they're not with like Ramses here, sort of thing. I personally think that's it's good. It's also, I don't want this to be the wrong way, but quite a safe option. You know, for their first game, you know, all of the lore and everything behind these people, it's already out there. It already exists in ancient texts and religion and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you know, yeah, I guess at least to me, them doing it this way seems like less work for them, and that's a good thing. You know, it allows them to progress and speed forward. Maybe the next game that Fateless make will be their own original characters and things like that. Again, not that these aren't, but hopefully you sort of see where I'm coming from on that one. Yeah, how sick. This is Arthur Pendragon, looking super cool. You know, Dragonair, one thing I love about them is the graphics. It's the same with Raid, to be fair. I don't like, you know, Epic 7, Seven Deadly Sins, you know, sort of the anime style. This sort of dark fantasy sort of thing is right up my street, but yeah, this is just a demo. As long as they look like this in game, it's going to be super wicked. Who do we have here? Is that Big Bad? Is that who we're gonna have to fight? I don't recall seeing this guy previewed yet. Maybe it's Anubis? Because he had sort of like pauldrons like that, but no, maybe this is our Big Bad. Godforge. So there we go. That is the name of the game. Now, personally, I get what they've done here. I would have just spaced the G out a little bit, because it kind of looks like Oddforge. Like, it's very hard to see in that cinematic. Although I suppose I pointed it out, so maybe it's not. PC client, happy days.
Godforge, the first Fateless title, is coming your way. Damn, I'm so proud actually. I've got to call it out. The team are unreal. We have been working like crazy over the last however long it is, just over a year, to get to this point. To the point where we've got a demo of a game, and honestly, it looks and plays like a AAA title already. I can't even believe what it's going to be like in like 10 months when we launch. Bearing in mind the additional time we've got to polish visuals, polish the way the animations feel and all that type of stuff. Like, there's so much more we can do to improve from where we are today, and it already...
Did he say 10 months? Was that something that he just said?
...do to improve from animations feel, and we've got to polish in like 10 months when we launch.
Okay, so yeah, maybe that is a unofficial spoiler or teaser that in just under a year's time, like June, is when this game's going to be out. So that's cool.
Bearing in mind the additional time we've got to polish visuals, polish the way the animations feel and all that type of stuff. Like, there's so much more we can do to improve from where we are today, and it already feels absolutely epic. So if you want to be one of the first people to play this game, to get your hands on Godforge, come to Fateless website here, the brand new website that we've just had created. I want to call out Dan and the team he's had making this happen. Like, they've been working like crazy over the last couple of months to just pull all of this together, and Godforge is born. We've got the beta sign up on this front page, a really simple sign up sheet. You do need to be a Discord user and to put your Discord ID in here to be involved in the beta. Like, the reason for that is we need to get a really great amount of information back from testers and beta players to enhance the final launch. Okay, and in terms of timeframes here, nothing's set in stone.
I suppose it goes without saying, like, you know, I personally will fill in that interest form, I suppose, to sign up for the beta, but something you're going to have to remember, or especially with this form, two things. Some people don't like giving away their personal information, email, Discord, whatever. They're going to be using that sort of captured information to put towards these sort of investors to say that, oh, these are how many people who want to play this game. Please, you know, give us money, kind of thing. Make it look popular. You know, Discord channel, their YouTube, all of their socials, they need to buff the numbers up to, you know, make it look appealing to people who are potentially investing money. Second thing to remember, he's saying, you know, if you want to be the first to get your hands on the game, sign up. Remember that it's not just playing the game. Like, you're going to have to actually do work. That's what he's saying about getting the information back. You know, it's not going to be fun, have a great time. And you probably will, don't get me wrong, but they're going to want to know what you like, what you dislike, what does and doesn't work. So, you know, it's just bear that in mind, guys. You know, you are going to have to give something back, essentially, in the form of your time, to get access to the game, kind of thing.
But we're looking to do a very small beta towards the end of the year, and that's going to have probably hand-selected people that are super active in our Discord, or, you know, part of our Patreon group, or people that we just know and trust that have been part of the community for years. But it's going to be small, okay? Mainly in-house people, and it's just pure feedback. What do we need to tweak, improve, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, so there you go. To be fair, I should have just pressed play and let him explain it. You know, that beta at the end of the year, there's a reason why it's going to be people they trust and in-house people, because they need, you know, people to talk to relay information to be reliable, to help them make it as good as it possibly can. So I probably won't be part of that group. I say that, who knows? I don't work for Fateless yet. But if they ever need a caravan salesman, I'm the guy. Anyway, like, so it's you'll probably find it's going to be Saf and a lot of their, say, in-house people. But it will be whenever open beta is likely when a lot of us are going to get accepted.
This beta sign-up is much bigger, and it's going to be in in the first quarter of next year.
There you go. Once again, I said something before Simon has. There you go. Open beta for.
Not entirely sure when that's going to land, but it's going to land when it feels like it's the right time to do it, to get people playing really the core of the game. And you might get more rewards than you normally would on that type of stuff, just because we're trying to allow people to play the game at a bit of pace and give us feedback around, game styles, around the different features and game modes that we've built, all of that type of stuff. Does it feel like a great game that's going to come in and compete with the big boys? That's what we want to do. That's what we're putting all this work and effort in for. We don't just want to kind of limp in and be one of the group. We want to be right up there competing with the big boys. So that's what this beta sign up is for. And it's a relatively low energy sign up, just so that we've got your information for now. By the way, we're in Gamescom. We're talking to potential investors, etc. The reason for that is because we want to launch bigger than we currently can. And it really helps us if you are part of our Discord, if you have subscribed to the YouTube channel. All of those things really help us when we're having those investor conversations. So if you haven't done that already, please come and do so. It really, really supports us. So I'll put all of the links to that type of stuff down below. Any of our socials, honestly. Join in the Facebook page, the Instagram page. All of those socials help us in these conversations to basically say, look at what we're creating. You might not be aware of it, but we've actually been nominated for an award already. So we're officially a finalist in the Innovations in Games Award.
That's quite cool. And am I surprised? No. I mean, the Hell Hades website won an award last year, I think. Might have even been this year. It's like one of the fastest growing gaming websites, and obviously they've progressed from that to Fateless Games, so I can't say I'm surprised.
By Barclays, which is super cool, right? It's just things like this are happening because we're basically approaching the whole kind of like game industry business from a different point of view. So when I know more about this in terms of what we can do, I will share it, but really cool to be getting this type of stuff come through. Anyway, let's have a quick look through the website, what's been built. Really, it's a showcase of Fateless, which is the studio, and then the games we're creating. When we're able to secure the investment, we're actually going to be fast forwarding the fact that we're not just going to be a one game studio. We're going to be producing multiple games. There's a section here all about Godforge with a nice kind of teaser trailer for the reveal, different screenshots from in-game. And obviously these will be updated as and when we're able to, with new assets and that type of stuff. Talks you through different things you can be involved in. Talks you through Fateless as a business and what we stand for. You can see who's actually behind the curtains here. You can see me a lot.
Yeah. So here you'll see some people that you'll probably recognise. Fiction, as he's known. Sham. I think Sham made his own game that had, I can't remember what it was called, but I remember watching Hell Hades promote it a lot, so it makes sense that he's back on board.
And you probably see Sham a lot on the podcast, but obviously Dan is the other founder here. You definitely would have seen him in some of the videos that we've done, but we've got a much big...
Tim, is that Ash? I think that is Ash. That's interesting. Board member. Gotta be on the board, that'd be fun. Not sure who this person is.
Bigger team.
This guy, Gary, I think is actually the person who sort of supplied the initial investment, I suppose, for them to get to this point.
Yeah, and the team are all in. They work
a lot of these I don't know.
Incredibly hard.
Chosen, Saphira. I didn't actually know his name was Paul. There you go. More you know.
To bring this stuff to life.
Brad is game design research and relations.
And
hey, Ivy League Gaming there.
I'm really proud of...
I think that's M-Tashed. He's done a lot of game development stuff, I think, previously.
Of everyone, actually. The fact that we're pulling together. And this is just the Fateless side. All in, there's about 70 people currently working on this project. From the cinematic groups to the dev side and the art team from Magic Media to the crew that you see here. All putting it in. All helping us bring this dream to life. So, I just want to celebrate that for a second here. There's a section here around the community and obviously the podcast that we do.
Talking the podcast, a lot of their podcasts are put on YouTube. Oops.
It's just...
So if you haven't watched any of those, do go check them out. They get a lot of cool guests and things on. Like, I think the most recent one was Deadwood Jedi. Did the clan boss timings for Raid. So definitely go watch those. They're quite interesting.
This community is the reason that we're already in this position, honestly. This community. There's a career section which will obviously flesh out as and when opportunities come up. And then we're just going to have kind of like general news releases here. So Godforge is on the website. I'm really, really psyched that we can finally drop the name. Let me know what you think down below. And yeah, let's get into a couple of updates around Gamescom. So on top of all that, we've actually got 3 3D painted models, real life models being created for our Gamescom. I just look out for an update on how you might be able to win one of those in the near future. But this is Brunhild here, who's been created. We've also got Ramses has been created. They're like 105 mil, so like 10 centimeters tall.
They look cool.
Fully painted and looking absolutely amazing, honestly. I really want one of these myself. So I do need to call out the artists involved here. Alvis Ardengi. I'll link their information down below. Absolutely phenomenal work. Actually, if you look at his Facebook page, he does a whole ton of this stuff with miniatures. Painting is really, really amazing. And then we've got Michael Contraros, I think is how you say it, who basically does a lot of the printing and stuff. So yeah, quite insane actually that we can use the work that we've done for our in-game assets and produce 3D printed models from it. So I guess watch this space for an opportunity around that coming up as well. Right, let's just end then with a little bit of gameplay. So what happens when you bring it all together? The great 3D character models. We've now got visual effects in. We've got sound effects in for the characters that are going to be part of the demo. And obviously we've got these great settings. We've got a UI.
So here we go then. I guess this is the game. I don't know. If I move myself up here, you can see sort of the ability bar and things. Am I the only one who thinks that this looks like those phone ads where they run like a game and like it plays or looks nothing like the game? A lot of the Dragonair's done lots of it. You know, that one where you're just sort of running and shooting the barrels and it's nothing like
that starts to make...
So I hope it does look like this, don't get me wrong. But also, it very much gives me that vibe. It's also interesting that...
Makes some sense.
I mean, I suppose I'll let let it roll. I mean, that does look and sound cool. Obviously, you've got your heroes down here. It's on the sides quite interesting, is what I was going to say earlier. Obviously, it looks very much Raid-like. Where speed's going to dominate. You know, everyone's going to be farming speed gear or whatever. Same with Dragonair, I suppose, kill haste, but it's interesting that it would appear maybe it's going to be 1 and then 1 and then 1 and then 1. Whereas Dragonair, sort of everyone sort of goes at the same time.
And then you've got the impact of some hits going in. I've seen some ults, by the way, which look insane. I can't wait to show you the full demo. As I said earlier, it really helps if you share this video and share the sentiment with your clans. Get your friends sign up for the beta. Get your friends and your mum and your dad and your gran coming and joining the YouTube channel, hitting the subscribe button. Come and join the Discord.
See my
it
nan
really helps this project out. Woo! I can't wait for Gamescom, and I will give you updates.
And that's it. It seems. Although, hold on, the video's not even ended.
Gives you the power.
Sorry for the ad. So it turns out there's another sort of video after this. Oh, the main theme music. Okay. And the bit cinematic, I suppose. I personally just want to say, I love the idea, and it's quite cool that, you know, a group of 10 people, and whoever their sound engineer guy is, has had like an orchestra play some of this music. That's really cool to me. Yeah, I'd still move that G further out. Looks a bit like a genie lamp or something there. I love the music. And it looks like it's just out on repeat afterwards. Or at least get rid of the blurry stuff. So there you go. That is, I suppose, their new game. It's going to come out. It's quite exciting. And so yeah, thank you for hanging out with me for 25 minutes. I'll let you go now. But yeah, I'll be back with hopefully some more regular Dragonair content sometime next week. Look after yourselves, stay safe, work hard, but as always, play harder, and I'll see you in another one soon, guys. Cheers.